All right, here we go. Let's get started in child's pose. For child's pose, touch your big toes together toward the back of your space. Spread your knees out wide, sit your hips back to your heels. Walk your arms forward and then rest your forehead down into your mat. You can take your knees as wide as you'd like or as narrow as you'd like to start out. If you want some more hip opening right away, spread your knees out as wide as you can. As you breathe into your belly. Feel your belly expand. Nice loud open mouth exhale, sigh your air out. On your next inhale, seal your lips at the top. And exhale strongly back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this, in and out through your nose. With each exhale, creating an oceanic sound at the back of your throat. This breath, this in and out through your nose breath, is called Ujjayi Pranayama. It translates to breath of victory or breath of fire. Creating that constriction in the back of your throat, almost like you're fogging up a mirror, but with your lips sealed. That'll keep the heat inside your body and warm up your muscles. Take one more deep breath in. One more controlled breath out. Your next inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Gaze down between your hands. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up. Gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Exhale, cat pose. Press the ground away and curl your spine up. Return back to a neutral tabletop. Plant your left palm down in the middle of your space and your left knee in the middle of your space. Extend your right leg behind you and then your right arm up toward the ceiling. You can either stay here with the sole of your right foot planted down into the ground, or begin to lift your right leg up off of the ground, flexing your right toes toward the right side of your space. Squeeze your outer thighs and glutes to power the lift in your heel. If your right foot is lifted, slowly plant it back down on your mat. And then using the strength of your core and your obliques, lift your torso up. So lift your left hand off of the ground. So you're standing on your left knee with your right leg extended out behind you. Sole of your right foot on the ground. Now place your right hand on your right thigh. Inhale, extend your left arm up. Exhale, side body stretch. Reach your left arm up and then over toward the back of your mat. Creating space on your left rib cage. Now inhale, return back up. Place your left palm on the ground and then sprawl your right hand down. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Place your right hand in the middle of your space with your right knee in the middle of your mat. And then extend your left leg behind you and your left arm up toward the ceiling. You can either leave the sole of your left foot planted on the ground or begin to lift your left leg off of the earth, actively flexing your left toes toward the wall you're facing, so the left side of your space. Squeezing your abductors, that's your outer thighs, your outer glutes, to lift your foot a little bit higher. Your back foot is lifted, slowly lower it back down to the ground. Then using your core strength, very gently lift your torso up. Place the sole of your left foot on the ground. Left hand reaches for your left thigh. Inhale, extend your right arm up. Exhale, side body stretch. Reach your right arm up and then toward the back of your space. Create space on your rib cage, feeling a nice stretch there. Now inhale, slowly come back up. Place your right hand back on the ground and then swing your left arm back down onto your mat. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And then take a couple rounds of breath to settle into this position. You can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Feel the stretch along each calf and each hamstring. Press your palms firmly down and forward. And then as you press your palms down and forward, lift your tailbone up toward the ceiling and press your heels down. This will create length in your spine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists at about hip width distance and drape your torso over your thighs. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe nod your head yes. Feel all of the tension. Just roll down the crown of your head. Wrap your arms down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch, leaving just a sliver of space between your heels. And on a nice slow inhale, roll all the way up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. No rush to get to the top. Whenever you do, you can flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze. Press your palms together at your heart. Ground down through all corners of your feet and lift your kneecaps up. Take a nice deep breath in. Strong breath back out your nose. Blink your eyes open. Drop your arms down to your sides. Face your palms forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Extend your arms up overhead. Breathe here a moment. Option to press your palms together over your head and gaze up, or you can gaze straight forward and keep your arms at about shoulder width distance apart. Just keep your pinkies spiraled inward to find an external rotation in your shoulders. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips down to the ground. Option to bring a bend to your knees here. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins or thighs. Squeeze your belly button up into your spine. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your heels over your toes. Dome the belly in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, shift forward 2 inches. Exhale, low plank. Lower down halfway. Keep your elbows pinned into your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip the tops of your toes. Press your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press your heels closer to the ground. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out your back. Exhale, forward fold. Release down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Option to gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at heart center. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high to low plank. You can always take these on your knees or just skip them all together. Inhale, upward facing dog, press the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, extend your arms up to the sky. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Nice deep breath in. Deep breath back out your nose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips nice and low and extend your arms up to frame your face. Option to press your palms together at heart center. Shift your weight back into your heels. Squeeze your thighs together, but then at the same time, engage your outer thighs and your outer glutes and sit your hips a little bit lower. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Dive back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, keep your right heel high, flex your right toes down to the ground, square your hips to your mat, take a breath in. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, warrior two, spiral your hips open, gaze over your right hand. So from here, you can take a few breaths here. You can bend and straighten into your front leg to sink into this position. Find front heel to back arch alignment in your feet. So if I were to draw a line from your front heel, it would about intersect with the arch of your back foot. Keep nice strong hands here, palms face down. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Drop your right arm down, left arm up. Option to place your front forearm on your front thigh. Continue to traction your front knee to the outer edge of your front foot. So if your right arm's down, maybe press your arm into your inner right thigh. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your right arm up and back. You can gaze up at your right palm and press your right palm toward the back of your space. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel your arms down to frame your right foot. Now plant your left palm into the ground. Inhale, side plank. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Option here to drop your left knee down for more support. Feel your side body's working and press your left hand down actively into your mat. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your right palm. Flow through whichever variation of Chaturanga you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Flex your left toes down. Squeeze your left butt cheek to lift your heel higher. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms. Inhale, warrior two. Blossom your hips open to the right side. Gaze over your left fingertips. From here, bend deeply into your front knee. You can bend and straighten a little bit into your front leg to sink into this. But bend deeply into your left knee, but keep your left knee over your left heel. Energetically reach your arms in opposite directions, so keep your arms active in this pose. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Drop your left arm down, reach your right arm to the ceiling. Option to place your left forearm on your front thigh. Think more about the reach up in your top hand and peel your torso off of your front thigh as much as you can. Continue to press weight to the knife edge of your back foot. Inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your left palm up and back. Little to no weight in your back hand here. Maintain the bend in your left knee. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel your arms down to frame your left foot. Now press your right hand into the ground. Inhale, side plank. Step your left leg back. Reach your left arm up toward the ceiling. Option to drop down to your right knee for more support. Lift your hips up just a bit higher. Further engage your obliques. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your left palm. Flow through whichever variation you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low. Reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Dive back down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your thighs up. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your tailbone up and back. Inhale, keep your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, warrior two, blossom open, gaze over your right fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and then down. Inhale, reverse warrior, extend your right palm up and back, maintain the bend in your front knee. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your arms down, press your left palm into the earth. Inhale, side plank, step your right leg back, option to drop your bottom knee. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your right palm, flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, warrior two, blossom your hips all the way open, spiral your back foot down. Exhale, extended side angle, keep your side bodies engaged. Inhale, reverse warrior, extend your left arm up and back. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your arms down, press your right palm into your mat. Inhale, side plank, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your palm, flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose, lowest chair yet, sit your hips nice and low. Exhale, forward fold, dive back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, nice tight core. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, actively press your palms down. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your right foot high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, warrior two, press your back foot down, gaze over your right fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle, hinge forward and then down. Inhale, reverse warrior, maintain the deep bend in your front knee. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your arms down, press your left palm into the earth. Inhale, side plank, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your right palm, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips back. Inhale, kick your left foot high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your palms. Inhale, warrior two, spiral open. Exhale, extended side angle, reach your left arm forward and down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Feel the space on your left rib cage. Exhale, low lunge. Curve your arms down, press your right palm into the ground. Inhale, side plank, step your left leg back, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your left palm and lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Nice deep breath in. Strong breath back out your nose. Let's take the sun B one more time, adding on a little bit. So listen for little changes here and there. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips nice and low, reach your arms up. Listen for a change here. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sweep your arms back, pull your pinkies up toward the ceiling, and magnetize your shoulder blades together behind you. So keep your upper body nice and active. From here, inhale, one-legged mountain. Press your right foot down, lift your left knee in line with your left hip, and extend your arms over your head. Give your right butt cheek a squeeze. Good, that'll help stabilize you. And then squeeze your core in tight. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Slowly hinge forward and down and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Good, inhale, warrior two, blossom open, gaze over your right fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and then down. Pause here for a moment. So in this extended side angle, you can option to work on a half or a full bind. For the half bind, take your left hand, drop your left hand behind your back toward your right hip crease, but continue to open your chest toward the wall you're facing. You can gaze toward the side or up toward the ceiling. For the full bind, if your shoulders are feeling pretty open today, you can go for it. Take your right hand underneath your right leg and grab up toward your left fingertips. If you don't want to do either of those, you can chill an extended side angle for one more breath. Nice deep breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your right palm up and back, gaze up toward your right hand. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your arms down. Plant your left palm into the earth. Inhale, side plank. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. We'll be here for 2 rounds of breath. Nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Inhale, lift your hips a bit higher. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your right palm, float to a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips nice and low, extend your arms up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, sweep your arms back, keep your hips nice and low and tuck your tailbone. Now press all of your weight down into your left foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain, lift your right knee up in line with your right hip and extend your arms overhead. Actively flex your right foot up toward your face and squeeze your left butt cheek to help stabilize. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Slowly hinge forward and step your right leg to the back of your space and ground your fingertips on the earth. Inhale, warrior 2, blossom open. Gaze over your left fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and down, and then breathe here. So a couple options, the half or full bind. For half bind, take your right hand, drop it behind your back. So the back of your hand is pressing up against your back toward your left hip crease. Yeah, good. And then for the full bind, you'll take your left arm on the inside of your left leg, wrap it up and grab up toward your fingertips, but still keeping your chest open. So if you find your chest dumping down a little bit too much toward the floor, maybe just go for the half bind for now. We'll be here for one more breath in, one more breath out. Now inhale, reverse warrior, extend your left palm up and back. Exhale, low lunge, cartwheel your arms down, press your right hand down into the earth. Inhale, side plank, step your left leg back, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. We'll be here for 2 rounds of breath. Nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, stay strong, press your palm down. One more breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your left hand and flow through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Drop down to your knees, press your big toes together, spread your knees out wide. Sit back into child's pose for a couple rounds of breath here. Use this time to re-regulate your breath. Count the length of your inhales and match that amount of time for your exhales. One more deep breath in, feel your belly press against your thighs. One more slow and controlled breath out. Your next inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Now from here, extend your right arm out in front of you, thumb up toward the ceiling, and extend your left leg back behind you. Actively flex your left toes down toward the ground. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, crunch your right elbow in toward your left knee, cat your back. Inhale, extend, lift your left heel up as high as you can behind you. Exhale, crunch your elbow in toward your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drop your palm and your knee. Taking this on the other side, extend your left arm out in front of you, thumb up toward the ceiling. Extend your right leg back behind you. Squeeze your right glute and actively flex your toes toward the ground. Deep breath in, find length. Exhale, crunch your left elbow in toward your right knee, pressing your shoulder blades up. Inhale, extend, lift your heel a little bit higher. Exhale, crunch your elbow in toward your knee, squeeze your belly button to your spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drop your palm and your knee. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Nice deep breath in. Press your palms down a little harder on your breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low, reach your arms up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sweep your arms back, pinkies up as high as you can. Ground onto your right foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Lift your left knee up in line with your left hip. Breathe here for a moment. So you've been here before. Maybe you can flex your toes a little bit more up toward your face. Squeeze your right glute a little bit harder. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Hinge your torso forward. Kick your leg back. And then fly your arms up toward on your sides by your hips and lift your pinkies up. So same type of arms like we did with chair and airplane arms. So magnetize your shoulder blades together, expand through your chest. Now take your attention to your left glute. Squeeze your left glute. As you squeeze your left glute, you can lift your left leg just a little bit higher. One more deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left foot to the back of your space and plant your palms on the ground. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up overhead. Breathe here just a moment. Option to press your palms together and gaze toward your hands. Also option to interlace your hands around your front thigh. Very gently rock forward and back. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up overhead. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Lift your left knee off of the ground. Inhale, warrior two. Blossom open. Gaze over your right fingertips. Straighten your right leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach forward and then down. So triangle is very similar to extended side angle, but this time your right leg is straight. But just maintain a very slight micro bend in your right knee to protect your joints. Now, a couple options here. You can stay in triangle pose. If you'd like to try out balancing half moon, gaze down at your right toes. Begin to shift your weight all into your right foot and very gently lift your left leg up off of the ground, but keeping your hips open to the left side. So you can gaze down, maybe drop your fingertips to the floor for a little bit of stability. Squeeze your abductors, that's your outer thighs and glutes. So lift your leg, lift your left leg that is. Flex your left toes toward the wall that you're facing, so the left wall. It's very difficult posture, so if you're wobbling and shaking, it's totally fine. If you're in balancing half moon, begin to drop your back foot down to the ground. Inhale, reverse triangle, extend your right arm up and back. Nice space on your right side. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down. Step your right foot back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your palms down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Neutralize your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Release down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips nice and low. Reach your arms up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sweep your arms back. Pinkies up as high as you can. Ground down into your left foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Lift your right knee in line with your right hip. Arms up to frame your face. Breathe here just a moment. Squeeze your core in nice and tight, and then squeeze your left butt cheek, keeping your entire body engaged. One more deep breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Very slowly, hinge your torso forward and down, and extend your right leg behind you, and fly your arms by your side, squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you. So your whole body's active here. Your core is tight. Your standing leg is working. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Lift your foot a little bit higher. One more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Slowly drop your back foot and ground your palms. Drop your right knee down to the earth. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms up and breathe here a moment. You can take whatever arm variation you like. You can press your palms together or interlace your hands around your front thigh and very gently rock forward and back. Just feeling this nice opening through your right hip flexor. Now inhale, crescent moon, extend your arms back up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your right knee up off of the ground. Inhale, warrior two, blossom all the way open, gaze over your left fingertips. Straighten your left leg, exhale, triangle pose, hinge forward and down. Press your hips to the back of your space, so your left hand goes on the inside of your left thigh. Option to stay here and work on triangle. Option to move into balancing half moon. For that, gaze down at your left toes, shift your weight all into your left leg. So bend your left knee and shift your weight forward. And then very gently lift your right leg up off of the ground, flexing your right toes toward the side wall. So this is a lot of work on your outer thighs and glutes on your right side. So squeeze your outer thighs and glutes to lift your back leg off of the ground. Also a lot of oblique work here to keep your torso working, your side body's engaged. If you're in balancing half moon, slowly drop your back leg back down to the ground and inhale, reverse triangle. Keep your left leg straight, extend your left arm up and back, gaze up toward your left palm. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your arms down, step your left leg back. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Draw your right knee toward your right wrist, and plant your shin down on the ground. You can stay upright if you'd like, or if you want to hinge down into sleeping pigeon, you can do that as well. Just dropping your chest down toward the ground, and then taking your forehead and grounding it either on, if you have a block or a pillow or something, or your palms or your mat. Make sure your left leg is extended straight back behind you, so you're on the top of your left foot behind you rather than rolling over onto the side. With each exhale in this pose, see if you can release a bit of tightness. We tend to hold on to a lot of tension in our hips, and we don't like to let our bodies fully release and relax into this pose. So use your breath to your benefit here. If you're in sleeping pigeon, lift your torso back up, press your palms into the ground, tuck your back toes under. Inhale, three-legged dog. Extend your right leg high behind you. Now from here, exhale, runner's lunge. Step your right foot to the outer side of your mat on the right side. So your palms are on the inside of your right foot. You can drop down to your back knee, and then settle into this position how you'd like. You can stay up on your palms if you'd like, or you can drop down to your forearms. If you like the quad stretch, you can also go for that, grabbing for your left foot with your right hand, whatever you choose. You're down on your forearms, press back up onto your palms, reactivate your back leg up off of the ground. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to the back of your space. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Draw your left knee toward your left wrist. Place your shin down on the ground. It's okay if your leg isn't totally parallel with the top of your mat. So extend your right leg straight back behind you. You can stay upright or you can hinge down to sleeping pigeon if you choose. Keep your left foot flexed, so you're pointing your left toes toward the wall in front of you. That will help protect your joints and your knee, your ankle, and your hip. Again, use your breath to allow yourself to sink into this posture, releasing some of that tightness, that tension that you're holding on to in your hips. You're down in sleeping pigeon. Press yourself back up. Press down into your palms. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg up behind you. Flex your left toes toward the ground. And then exhale, runner's lunge. Step your left leg to the outer side of your left palm and drop your right knee down to the ground. And then take a few rounds of breath in this posture, however you like. You can stay here if this is enough. You can drop down to your forearms if you want a deeper stretch. You can go for the quad stretch, grabbing for your right foot with your left arm if you like. You're down on your forearms. Begin to press back up into your palms. Tuck your back toes under and lift your right knee up off of the ground. Stay for a nice deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left leg back to meet your right. Now inhale, hinge forward into a high plank. Slowly with control, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. Press your palms into the earth. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest. Magnetize your shoulder blades together. Option to gently lift your palms up off of the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower your left cheek down to the ground. Extend your arms down by your sides. Take a little mini shavasana here. Feel your heart beating into your mat. Return your chin to center. Keep your arms down by your sides. Point your pinkies up toward the ceiling so your palms are in toward your body. We'll take locust pose here. In this version, we'll lift everything. So your chest, your arms, and your legs will lift. So inhale, locust, lift up. So you lift your chest, fly your pinkies up toward the ceiling, just like those airplane arms we've been working on. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your feet up. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. Lower your opposite cheek down to the ground and relax. Feel the weight of your body melt into the ground here for a moment. Return your chin to center. Press your palms into the ground. Lift up to standing on your knees. And then flip over onto your butt. Extend your legs out in front of you. Point your toes up toward the ceiling. You can remove any flesh from underneath your sit bones. Plant your palms down into the ground. So first we'll take, this is Dandasana, staff pose. So you'll plant your palms next to your hips and then actively press them down. And as you press down, press your sits bones down and lift the crown of your head up, finding a lot of length in your spine. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, forward fold. Hinge your torso over your thighs and grab for whatever you can, whether that be your shins, your outer edges of your feet, or your toes. Relax down into this posture just for a couple breaths. Slowly lift back up. Plant the sole of your right foot down into the ground next to your left leg. We'll take Marichesna C. So from here, twist your torso so it's facing the right side of your space, and kind of laterally shift your torso over so that it's like you're almost trying to get your belly button over to the outside of your right leg. And then take your left arm, extend your left arm up. Exhale, drop your arm on the outside of your right thigh and twist. You can gaze over your right shoulder if you'd like. Your next inhale, unwind from the pose. Extend your right leg long. Press the sole of your left foot into the ground as close to your glute as you can, about a fist width distance from your right thigh. And then from here, you'll move your torso, so like laterally shift your torso over and then twist. So like you're trying to get your body on the outside of your left thigh. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop your right arm on the outside of your left leg. And from here, you can gaze over your left shoulder. Feel this nice twisting sensation in your spine. Your next inhale, unwind from the pose. Plant the soles of your feet down into the ground and recline down to your back. Once down on your back, lift your knees into your chest, grab for the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Pull your knees down into your side body. Option to gently rock from side to side, massaging your low back. Now hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Pull your forehead up to your knees and squeeze everything together as tight as you can. It's the tiniest little ball that you can possibly make. Deep breath in. Exhale, Ardha Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Allow your body to fall into whatever shape that it pleases here. Starting from your toes, release any tension from your feet, from your ankles. Slowly draw your attention up your legs, releasing any tension as you go up. Relax the muscles in your abdomen. Feel your belly and your chest rise and fall with the natural rhythm of your breath. You can let go of any breathing techniques. Let your breath return to its natural state. Relax your shoulders down into your mat, away from your ears. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And relax the muscles in your forehead. Just enjoy a few moments of rest here. You can stay resting here as long as you like. Like to be guided out tonight, begin to bring some small movements to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms up overhead. Point your toes. Put your knees into your chest and rock onto whichever side favors you for fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow. Press yourself up to a nice, comfortable seat. Place your hands on your knees in your lap at heart center. You can flood your eyes closed or soften your gaze. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any stale air that's left in your lungs. Take a nice deep breath in, ground down through your sit bones. Feel the breath rise into your chest. Then seal your lips at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh your air out. Nice and strong. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste. Good job.
That was a hard class.
That was
Thank
tough.
you, Emily.
My arms are
Thank you.
You're welcome.